Hello, welcome back to How to RPG. Yes, you can see Star Wars Saga, the role-playing game. We've been making characters for that game system, and we're not finished. We're just taking a short 4-week break. 4-week break from Star Wars Saga character creation. We will be coming back to it. You can also see Advanced Dungeons & Dragons First Ed Edition, the Player's Handbook, but underneath is also Second Ed Edition, Advanced Dungeons & Dragons underneath. And I've got a few other books floating around here. We'll get to them soon enough, I'm sure. But today, actually, we're creating a 5e character using somebody else's newly created Monstrous options. That's right. But before we do any of that, before we start making a character, I'm going to put up a poll, ask you a question, give you a chance to give some feedback on that. And then we'll jump into everything. Now, I'll make it clear that my intention today is still I'm going to deliver the same program I always deliver. The only difference is you will find that the kind of characters we build and the game system we're building those characters for will constantly be changing. It's not necessarily going to be the same thing. So if you're like, oh, is it not going to be the same thing? We're not going to just keep doing this one? No, I'm going to keep mixing it up, and obviously there's a learning process for me as well, because the more different systems you make characters for, the more complicated, and of course if you're an idiot like me and you do it live, then that makes it even more difficult as well. So a lot of preparation is required. Hopefully I've done enough preparation. Anyway, grab some food, some drink, make sure you're comfortable, and we'll get into this very, very quickly. Feel free to take part in the Q&A. You do not need to be too concerned about what I will be building today, because we're going to build everything. We're going to build everything, okay? And I'm waiting on yeah. I'll explain more. Don't worry. We'll get there. We'll get there. Anyway, let's rock on. Hi, welcome to How to RPG. My name is Fred Weller, and today I want to talk about character creation for a role-playing game. Now, the program that I run here is designed to go over the basics, so it's nice and system agnostic. So you're not dealing with a specific program, a specific rule set. I keep changing the rule set that I use when we're building characters. And I today am going to be doing some D&D 5e. Yeah, okay. Anyway, first off, when it comes to character creation, there's a pre-check that I always suggest that people get involved in, and that is check with the game master what character creation options are available to your game being run, and what house rules does the game master use for character creation and play. Right now, in fact, I am having a discussion with Esper the Bard. AJ Pickett's part of this discussion, Wally DM, Tabletop Bob, and there's one other person, and I can't remember their name for the life of me. I don't remember. But we are in a private Discord chatting about character creation for a game we're going to be playing in the future. It is going to be a one-shot, so this is going to be an interesting process. There's been a lot of information going back and forth. I'm actually waiting on the finalization from Esper whether I can do something a particular way today, as it happens. And if I get the all go ahead, then we'll do it. And if I don't, then I'll leave it till next week, which is fine. Build the character for the campaign on the information provided. Now, if the game master doesn't provide you information on how to go about making your character go with the campaign and the adventure, fit it, ask for relevant details, ask for information. If they allow you enough information about the adventure and the campaign without giving away spoilers, it's much easier for you to build a character to fit that game. So if they don't actually give you the information, then ask for some information. You don't have to get every juicy bit of information out of them. That's not really the point of the process. Character creation always starts as a group discussion because a character is part of a team. It's part of a group machine. It's like playing sports, a team sport that is. And as I was saying, I often run session 0, and this is where we do character creation when I'm running the game. Right now, in the game that I'm going to be playing in a few weeks, it's really, we're doing all of that discussion on Discord because our time is pretty valuable, and to set aside a whole lot of time to actually build a character can be a bit tricky. So yeah, we kind of have to get everything done before we actually go live, because that will be a live game. Yes, how did somebody get me involved? Well, we'll get into that shortly. Anyway, so yeah, a group discussion. It's really one of the best things you can do. You might do a lot of your research behind closed doors, but the ultimate assembly of the character is going to be with everybody else. Design characters around all aspects of play. So exploration, discovery, investigation, that sort of thing. Communication, so you can actually have some sort of social interaction with others. That's kind of important as well. It's part of the game. And then combat. Try not to build a one-trick pony that only does one thing. I know there's a few people out there who believe, for example, that there are certain roleplay games out there that are just combat simulators. But generally, if it's a combat simulator, it's a tabletop war game, not a role-playing game. Okay, there is a difference. Some are more sort of tabletop war gamey than others. That's the only, I suppose, the only difference you could say. But even there's still a pretty big divide between tabletop wargaming and tabletop role-playing games. Ask what ability or attribute score method can be used and when. So are you using point buy, standard array, some other system? Are you rolling? If you're rolling, make sure you do the rolling in front of the game master or dungeon master, or in front of the group. And if you can't do that, then don't do it. Determine what hit points or health points method you're going to be using. What is allowed? Are you going to be using maximum? Are you going to be rolling? Are you going to be using average? Like, determine all that stuff. And then when it comes to your character sheet, when you start looking at your options and how you can build your character sheet format, there are probably 4 different types that I can think of that you can use in your game. The first one is, of course, your standard paper character sheet, and you use a pencil. You don't have to, of course, use a pencil. You could use a pen, but I recommend that you use a pencil because you can rub out, use either an eraser or a rubber as in the thing on the end of the pencil, and you rub out whatever you need to. Pencil's better because you will be changing things on your character sheet. Unless, of course, you're just going to print it out anyway. Then, of course, you'll have to change it with a pencil or a pen anyway, and cross things out. A fillable PDF character sheet, very popular nowadays. There's usually plenty of them floating around. You can also use computer software or a website character builder. There's quite a few of those floating around as well that you can access. And then, of course, because smartphones are so smart, your cell phone, there's usually an application that allows you to build a character on your cell phone nowadays. And if there isn't, there probably will be in the future. Okay, so that is your formats. Now, the actual character creation basics, what that process looks like, is select the level for your character that you're starting at and write it down on the character sheet. Now, the Game Master will explain what character level you are starting at, because not every single game starts at level 1. Some games start at level 0, where you don't actually have any character levels whatsoever. You have no heroic character class whatsoever. You are like a peasant. You are a commoner. And then you have to survive some sort of ordeal before you can actually gain a level. Or you might be starting at level 3 or level 5 or even higher than that, depending on your game. So check with the Game Master what level you're starting at. Select the class, the career path, the heroic class you're using, the character type for your character. Write down the relevant details on your character sheet. Select your species, your race. Maybe it's a playable monster type, which we'll be dealing with today actually. For your character, write it down and all its relevant details on the character sheet. Select the background if you have a background option. or maybe it's an aspect to your character you need to write down. Write down the relevant details on your character sheet. This might also include a very short background story or a backstory of some kind, in a narrative form, that is. So I wouldn't get too carried away with that sort of thing. Some game masters love pages and pages. Others just want the 4 or 5 points that they need to cover, and that's it. You can also have characters built and build their backstory from play. So players can actually create their backstory as they play the game, allowing for maximum flexibility. So what this means is that you don't actually write down your backstory until you've started playing the game, and you let it sort of form naturally, and give, as it sort of as you play through the game, that informs what the background would be. But here's the thing: you can also consider levels 1 to 3 or levels 1 to 4 the period that is your backstory. So what happens during that's the backstory for your character. So you play that out, rather than it being something that just sits there in the background that you never actually had anything to interact with, because you just made it up. You actually used your gameplay as the backstory. Select the character customization options if you have any. So if you've got feats or talents or traits or skills and features to select, pick them up and put them onto your character sheet. Determine the character's ability or attribute score with the method approved by your game master, whatever that might be. Now there's some advanced details on your character sheet you'll probably want to fill out as well. And that is, select the powers, the spells for your character if they have any of these sort of things. If they are a spellcaster, they'll have spells. If you're playing a superhero game, you'll probably have powers and stunts and stuff like that. Write that relevant information down on your character sheet. Select or buy, should I say, your equipment for your character. Write down the details on your character sheet. Look, never supersede this particular one. You'll be surprised how important selecting and buying equipment is, so make sure you do something. Then calculate the bonuses, the modifiers for your character, put them down on your sheet, and then select or draw a character portrait. It's not vital, but it really does help connect your imagination with what you had in mind in your head with a physical medium, which is basically a piece of paper or a digital file of some kind. So an image is always very useful to help bring you into the character. If you can't do that, then so be it, you can't. But ultimately, the only person who needs to see your picture is you. So you don't need to feel self-conscious about your drawing skills if you're going to draw it. Okay, now every time I do something like this, I also have miscellaneous recommendations. My miscellaneous recommendations to you are: all character options can be customized to make it your own or adjusted. All you need to do is have Game Master approval. That doesn't mean you go and harass them. What you do is you have a discussion like an adult, and you talk to them about what would be reasonable and whether they're open to that. And if they're open to that, make sure that you put forward your ideas and your what you want to do with it well and truly ahead of time. Okay. Now we have your character options don't need to be optimized. Like, you don't have to optimize everything on your character for any kind of role-playing game, okay? Or certainly you don't need to optimize it for combat. I know some people prefer to do that sort of thing, okay? That's fine, but not everybody needs to do this. I know people are always concerned that if I make a character that isn't optimized, then the other people who have been optimizing will just do better than I am, and I'll be overshadowed by them. I know that always seems like a big concern, but you'll almost always find that somebody who does optimization has a weakness, because they will probably throw all of the eggs into one bucket. And yeah, just consider that you don't have to optimize. Select your adventuring gear. It's easy for any player to do it. I've said this before. Make a fact of being prepared by getting your gear, and it will certainly, the more gear you have, the more chance you have at being able to solve problems that you come across. You'll be surprised when you come up with a plan. There's sort of equipment that you need to have, so make sure you have the essentials: rope, grappling hook, things like that, depending on your system, whatever you're playing, whether it be fantasy or whatever. Note down the page number in the role-playing game book for all of your powers. So whatever power descriptions you have, write down the page number on your character sheet so you can reference it. Sometimes you can't write everything down on the character sheet, so it's good to have a reference page number. Your spell description's probably a very good idea because, again, spells tend to be quite long and long-winded and complicated, and you need to sort of be able to show that stuff to your game master or dungeon master. You may even need it for your own reference because it's too hard to remember. Any information on your races and species and their abilities, write down the page number beside that, and then your character type or class, any background features. Make sure you put the page numbers in so it's easy to reference everything quickly when you need to do so. Huge help. Ultimately, I think you can't really go wrong as long as you do those sorts of things with regard to character creation. Now that's quite a lot to deal with, and I've tried to cut it down to the bare minimum. I'm hoping this was useful for you, for those of you who are very new to role-playing games. Essentially, no matter what you play, the process is essentially the same. So you should be fine. So I hope this was useful to you. I want to thank all my patrons. Thank you for watching. And hey, till next time, keep rolling those 20s. All right, give me a second. Okay, so it's getting really warm in my office, and I am going to have to do something about that, like open a door. If I don't open the door, I'm going to die very, very soon. So let me just make sure that I want to check on here, on the chat. Wally, I'm not telling you the name of my ogre. I'm actually, I really want to do the ogre. I mean, you know how AJ Pickett went and done the rolling for his attributes. I really want to just roll 3 6-sided dice and just hopefully hope that I get the worst numbers I possibly could. But since I really didn't give Esper the Bard enough time and warning, I'm probably not going to necessarily build the ogre today. We'll see. It may not really matter that much. It may not matter that much. So let's have a look at this. But I probably will build the ogre anyway, because that's why I was here in the first place. Try and get it done and to him in enough time. What monstrous hero do you want to make? So 25% said ogre. Minotaur, 25%. Ragnar is the 38%, Vampire 12%. Interesting. Yeah, so I can't see all of your comments, people, but so Shiner81, hello Shiner81. F Hubba, hello, how are you? I know you planned ogre. Yes, I planned ogre. I did plan ogre, and I probably will do ogre. Yeah. How's it going, Jack? How are you? Xander, how are you doing? I've been learning tons from all of the new games I've been playing and working on recently. Okay, glad I could make the live stream. Well, I'm glad you could too, Xander. Did Fred lag out? No, I shouldn't have lagged out. Sounds exciting, Fred. Well, we'll see how it is. I will tell you more about what's going to be happening with this anyway, and Esper's his game and his Kickstarter. I'm really not here to advertise his Kickstarter. I'm really here to just build a character. What is the name of your ogre, Fred? Wally, you're here, and you may actually see me put the name down. I feel like it should be a surprise. I may not put down the name. I might just leave it till later, and then just give it over to Esper when it's ready to go. Ruxa Zero. So how's it going? So Ruxa has a YouTube channel, does a lot of drawing of characters. So yeah, he does commissions too, by the way. Wally got a YouTube channel as well. Look, I'm going to open my door, get rid of this hat, get comfortable, and then show you this document, and then build this ogre. I have to build a level 5 ogre for this game. Whew. It's hot. Okay. All right. I'm coming back in. Hello, Nacho Man. Nacho Man is a patron, supports me on Patreon. I do appreciate that support too. So let's get comfortable. You went silent early with a pick on the video, almost 1 minute. Really? It's got to be OBS. OBS has been giving me all sorts of problems, but the hat goes off. That's better. Right, let's find this one here, and window capture, Pingo, and I need to grab my phone, make sure that's ready to go as well. And that is this one here. I need to shuffle these out of the way. I won't be using those today. Oh, phone, come back. All right. Wow. Yes, there we are. Heroic. Monstrous Heroes. Monstrous Heroes. That's the one. Am I watching an ad? I'm forced to watch my own ads. Great. Okay, here we go. Let's grab this book. I think that's the one I needed. With that. I plan to play an ogre. I didn't actually plan exactly what I would do with the ogre. That's what you've got to suffer through today, as I do that now. Today is the day. It's all good though? Okay, all right. So, great. So we had a drop off again. Man, OBS, you're beginning to annoy me just a little bit. Okay, so this is, where is it? This is the sheet. I've given you a link to Monstrous Heroes in the description, by the way, people. So you can go and check it out. There's no sort of money transaction taking place or anything like that, so you don't have to worry about any of that sort of thing. I'm wondering if maybe I need to make it even bigger than it is, because the bigger I make it, the easier it is for you to see. So this is it here. This is the document. But I'm just thinking in terms of your ability to see what I'm looking at, maybe a good idea to go larger. Get out of my swamp. No, I'm not going to be playing Shrek. Okay? No. I'm capable of being a little bit more creative than that. So if I go even larger, how much size do we get in the text? I feel like the text is going to be much larger. That's probably where I want to be. Okay, let's just make sure I resize my head, because my head's now in the way. And my head doesn't need to be in the way. Let's get rid of my head. Oh, I don't mean... No, the head can stay. The head can stay. Let's just move it out of the way. There we go. I'm much smaller now. I'm a little person. Here we go. So, first off, let's show you some of the stuff, and then we'll go to Ogre. And, yeah. You're watching on the phone, PC on silent, and seeing the lag build up on the PC with no lag on the cell phone, both on the same Wi-Fi. That's hilarious. All right, so scrolling down, this is Monstrous Heroes. This is version 3. Esper the Bard has been sending this to us in the background so that you guys don't know what's going on for a live stream game. It's a one-off that's going to be played in March. And he plans to have 14 different Monstrous Heroes. The ones that with backgrounds, feats, spells, items, stuff like that, and other bits and pieces. There are a lot of things going on there. So, and there's additional monsters that could be opened up as well. But the Minotaur, this is the Minotaur, which we're probably going to build the Minotaur next week. I'll probably do a Minotaur next week. For those of you who like the idea of a Minotaur, yeah, we'll do a Minotaur. I like Minotaurs too. Okay, so yeah, absolutely. Drek instead of Shrek? No, I've already got my name picked out. Okay, so this is some really cool artwork. I was looking in the document, and this is just the draft. This is not the finished product. And you can see what he's done is it's still got the same layout as 5e. And I think a few people were looking at this and thinking, yeah, but what about 1D&D? I actually think I like this more. The idea that he's put the race and the class together kind of solves a lot of problems. Esper's obviously aware of the problem of power gaming and optimizing and loopholes. And so to eliminate the loopholes, he's to balance things a bit more efficiently. He's made the species or race part of the class, which is quite clever. It actually goes right back to advanced Dungeons and Dragons in some cases. Did Esper just respond in the Discord? Oh, he did. Has he just told me whether I'm allowed to do it or not? Okay, so I should look. Wally, can you tell me what he said? Did he say I could do it or not? Was I allowed to roll the dice in the live stream or not? For this, because I will. Let me just see if I can. I don't want to do that. I don't want to jump over to the Discord. So we'll come back to this. Let's just see. This is me. I have not enough time, people. So I need to apologize for the fact that I should have had this sorted out sooner. I'm sending out invites for all sorts of things right now, and for the life of me, it's kind of ridiculous. Hey Fred, I replied in the group chat, but just to be sure, feel free to roll as you please. Make sure to use the current version. Oh, you kidding me? Is there a new version? A 4.4? I thought a 4.3 I've got now. You've got to be kidding me. Dude, oh right, okay. I just checked recently, like, I literally checked this morning to make sure you hadn't released a new one. Okay, all right, so we're going to be rolling dice for this. Now, for those of you who want to know just how crazy I am, AJ decided to roll 3 6-sided dice for all of his attributes, and he did it in sequence, so he couldn't move them around. And he rolled really low, and it was quite funny, and I absolutely wanted to duplicate that. So yes, I'm looking forward to the opportunity. Now that they're saying, oh, we're doing hardcore mode. I don't see. The reality is, yeah, I am literally doing it right now. Current version. Okay. All right. Well, let's see if I get the current version up. I suppose. When did he post it? Did he post it like literally? Okay. All right. So I've got to show you a different preview because I haven't got this one. I was like, that's version 1, that's version 2, that's version 3. Now there's a version 4. Okay. A work in process. Let's just close that. Transfer it to the correct location. Yeah, there it is. Cut, paste. All right. I apologize, people. I'm getting it together. And and that's that one there. And so dear. All right, so we're definitely rolling dice today. It's going to be an interesting one. Okay, nuts. I am nuts. Close this one, and I'll open the new one. Open with Google Chrome. Okay, so let's make this bigger because you can't see it like that. And then if I go back to here, it should all fit. There we go. So this is version 4.4, which must have been released literally not that long ago. So here we go. How's it going, Esper? So this is how organized I can be on a live stream. Thank God I've got an hour and a half. Basic combine race and combining race and class. Originally race was your class before AD&D. That was over before first hardbound books. How's it going, Esper? Yeah, updates are endless. I'm totally aware. Ogre has improvements. Well, it's good. That's a good thing I didn't have a chance to read them really in detail because it's probably already changed. Yeah, classic Fred. Yeah, I know. Yeah, 3d6 in order. I think we should do that now. While Esper is here, he can actually see what's going on. So we're moving over to a different camera, people. Just put that there. I think what I should do is I should make sure that you can see where I'm placing them too, so it's clear. And squeeze a few things out of the way. Right, okay, here we go. Bam. There's the screen. Here's my 3 dice, people. Let's just grab this piece of paper here and I'll write down Ogre. And we got strength. What's the one? Dexterity. That's right, we're playing dexterity. We're playing a 5e, aren't we? I forgot for a second. Constitution. And then we've got, what is it? Intelligence. I'm really hoping for extremely low scores. Intelligence, wisdom. No score is too low. Charisma. Okay, so 3 dice, starting with strength. Here we go. How's it going, Bob? Alright, here we go. Rolling those dice. AJ's character has a what chance of survival? Maybe I can get that lower. Maybe I can get it lower. Let's roll them. Alright, so that's a 2, Esper, a 4, and a 1. Okay, so I rolled really low. I got a 7. Okay, 7 for my strength. Okay, if you were wondering, like, how can that possibly? I got a 2, a 4, and a 1. 2, 4. How do I write? I took 2, 2, 4, 1. Okay, 2, 4, 1. Okay, those are the numbers. Next one, let's do dexterity. Oh, here we go. See, I'm notorious for rolling really low. I don't know what it is. It's about dice in my hand. It's like I'm poisoned. I got a 1, and a 3. I am not making this up. You seeing I'm doing this live, man. I did not fabricate this. 1, and 3. My wish has come true. That is a 4, 5. I probably have a 50% chance. Is that 50? Maybe a 15% chance of survival. Here it's the Constitution. You cannot make this up. Here we go. Another one. Look at this. I'm rolling 1s. I knew this was going to work out well. So that is a 1, another 1, and a 5. I know what you're thinking, people. You're looking at those dice and saying, Fred, those dice aren't balanced. But I can assure you they are balanced because they are see-through. There are no air bubbles and pockets in them. Those are as balanced as they're going to get, baby. Those are balanced dice. So that's another 7. I haven't got anything above a 10. My ogre survival is very unlikely. Okay, intelligence. Oh my god. Look at this. This is something. I rolled a 5, and a 6. I'm a very intelligent ogre. So that's a 16. I got a 16 for intelligence. All right. I'm not making this up, people. I did not rig this. I did not pre-record this in any way whatsoever. All right, here we go. So that is a 5, 5, and a 1 for my wisdom. It is pretty average. It's a little bit of a shame. Never mind. I'm sure we could have got lower. At least we've got 1 in there. So that's at 11. It's kind of like average-ish. All right, last one is charisma. Knowing my luck, I'll probably get an 18 on charisma. There we go. The rest of you are, oh my god, look at that. I got a 5, and a 6. 5, 5, and a 6. All right, so that is a 16 in that one there. How's that, Esper? How's that for an ogre? In so many ways, there's something wrong with this, but it is funny as, and I feel like I've achieved so much too. Now, my understanding is that you're going to allow me to roll for the hit points as well. The hit points is going to be interesting. I should probably roll the hit points for the character now. I'm assuming at first level you take maximum hit points and after that you roll. But if you would allow me to roll hit points from level 1 right through to level 5, I will do that. So hit points, hit points, level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5. I don't know about charming, the most neurotic ogre you can get, maybe. The simple fact that somebody thinks it's a good idea for me to actually play a character in a live stream is amusing in many ways. Primarily because I'm a goofball, as Wally knows, and he's never been able to get me to play in a live stream game. But I get to play a monster. So now let's go and have a look at what the hit points are for the ogre, because since it's changed recently, I won't know. So we better have a look. So scrolling down here. Oh dear. Man, everybody under the sun is here today. All right, so let's have a look at his document and find the ogre's hit points. Beta test version 4.4. And my link down in the description is gone to the wrong document. Here we go. So race, class, backgrounds, product, identity. Okay, so this is the Minotaur, which we'll definitely build a Minotaur next week. And I'm all for you guys doing the rolling next week rather than me, because lifting dice is heavy work. It strains my hand and my muscles because I have none. So this is that one. How does this one work? It's probably somewhere obvious, right? It's not in the front. It'll be further down. Must be further down. Okay, so so the Minotaur class gets 10 plus your Constitution modifier. So it's a D10. So that's not the one we're looking for, though. We're looking for the one for the ogre. And this is very nice. This is really well laid out for a product, I have to say, Esper. You've done a very nice job. Lots of little options there. Let's keep going. Where is it? Arachnid. This is what Wally's going to play, I believe. This is like the spider creature. Oh, look at that thing. Isn't that awful? And same sort of format for 5e as before. Okay. Moving it down. Kind of curious. I will look at all of this stuff later. Oh, you only get a 1d8, Wally. You only get a 1d8. Really? I suppose it makes a difference if you actually roll decently or you use the average rather than, maybe that's the way things go. All right, here's the ogre. Here's the new improved ogre. I'm not going to read all this stuff out because we don't have time, because I'll make a level 5 character, right? And I approve of the artwork. It feels very AD&D. Just the style, like it's dot artwork, but with colour. It's quite interesting. Next, so I get a number of different features. I get ogreish fighting style, toughness. I'll probably need that. Ogre path. Okay, interesting. Greater ogreish fighting style, or whatever that is. An ability score improvement. I recognise that one. Now, for everybody else who's commenting in the chat, and if I have not seen your comment, it's because there's too many. What do you got here, Esper? Fred, there are bookmarks in the PDF if you want to just jump straight to the certain sections. Yeah, I could do that, but I'm suspecting I can build this character that reasonably quickly. I saw you do it reasonably quickly. I think I can do it the same. Fast movement, size increase. Okay, all right. So, and it's got to be to level 5. So those are the things we're going to need to put down on our character sheet. Sweet. And we've got some ogre racial things. So we've got dark vision. Oh, that's a surprise. Speed, age stuff, ability scores. So your strength score increases by 2. Well, that will be handy. I'll make a note of that. Since I currently have a strength of 7, an extra 2 may be slightly useful. So I'll mark that down. And your choice of Constitution, Wisdom, Charisma to increase by 2. Oh, really? I get to increase. Oh, well, I'll put it to Constitution. So instead of a 7 in Constitution, I now have a mighty 9. There we go. How's that sound? Not too bad. Hello, Jasper. How are you? If I didn't spot you in the chat, I do apologise. Dear. Right, so now scrolling on down here. So there's a few things I need to add in here. We'll do them reasonably quickly. Don't worry. So I'm going to roll now for. I get a D12. Esper, if you don't mind, I'm going to roll the D12 from level 1 right through to level 5. Okay. Somebody should have warned you about having me in your game, dude. They really should have. Right, so let's skip back over to our dice rolling so you can see the dice rolling. Here we go. Here's the dice. I'm going to turn the dice so you can see that it is a D12. See, it's got a 12 on it. No other numbers are higher than that as a D12. It is see-through. It is not. It's not. I haven't buffed it on the buff or anything like. So this should be interesting. So let's roll the first one. Stop suggesting that my name may be something to do with vegetables. Okay, here we go. I saw that pale rider. You know too much. I rolled a 1 on my first lot of hit points. Right. You're all right with me doing this, Esper? Am I allowed to roll my hit points from level 1 to 5? Is this acceptable? Because I rolled. That's definitely a 1. That looks like a 1 to me. Like that's definitely a 1 I rolled. Yeah. If I'm not, I'll take the 12 if that's what you want to do. But I'm all right with the 1. He'll let me know. Next one. I rolled a 3. It just gets better and better. Okay, so I will survive all of 15 minutes into this live stream. Okay. I got a 12. Oh, that's not too bad. That kind of compensates a little bit. 12. 12. And we've got 2 more levels to roll for. I rolled a 10. Well, it's a 10. 10's pretty good, you know. And last one. I got a 12. Oh, come on. Really? It's my 2 favorite numbers, 1 and 2. They seem to be the numbers. In this case, I rolled them together. So, actually didn't roll that badly with hit points. I mean, there's two rolls that were kind of shitey, but the other 3 were like really high. So, that kind of compensates. It's your character knockout. Knock yourself out. Laugh out loud. Yeah. Though you do get a minimum of 1 HP if you roll 1 minus 1. Yes, and I would have a minus 1. So I still get a minimum of 1. So it won't be 0 for the first level. I get what you're saying there. I get it. Okay, yeah. So I'll do the math for it now. Since my constitution is a minus 1, it'll be minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, and minus 1, minus 1. Okay, so that actually winds up becoming a 1 because I'm not allowed to go lower than not allowed to have a 0. Fine. This is a 2. This one will come out 12 and minus 1 is 11. 10 minus 1 is 9. And 12 minus 1 is 11. So there's the numbers, and I rolled it in front of the dungeon master. The dungeon master was here, game master was here. So we've done all that correctly. So let's build this character. I've got to fill it out reasonably fast, don't I? Before the time is up. Do you want me to name it now? Since you're here, I could have saved it up, but since you're here and you're present, I will tell you what I decided was my character's name. And I'm not calling it Fred. This is Fred Wheeler. And my character's name, he's going to be a vegetarian. Yeah, fruits and vegetables are his thing. I had already decided on this. So I wanted to call him Vegemite, as in vegetables and mite. And if anybody knows what Vegemite is, it's a spread you put on bread. Veggie dash mite. I don't know if you can get Vegemite in North America, but it's very popular. Marmite and Vegemite, very popular in New Zealand, and so I decided that would be a good way to go. So this is what I've done. Fred Vegemite. Esper, do you still really want to have me in your game? Are you absolutely sure? Vegemite. So class is Ogre. 1. No, it's 5. I'm only kidding. Not 1, it's 5. Ogre 5. Background, we'll deal with that. Well, it's the same thing, isn't it? Ogre. Ogre, something like that. And let's put in some numbers here. Big numbers, small numbers. I think the bigger number, I don't want to put the modifier in there because I hardly use the modifier. So the number that's for my strength is a 9. And so the modifier will be a -1. And then my dexterity is a 5. God, what is the modifier for the minus on a 5? I can't even remember. You heard it's black. Yeah, it is black. You're right. Marmite. You do not put too much Marmite on at one time. It's always a bad idea. You will not like it. You spread it on thinly. You must have a layer of melted butter first on toast. Then thin layer of Marmite. Do not put it on like peanut butter. The chance of your survival is plummeting by the moment. Thank you, Esper. I do appreciate it. You won't have to put up with me in the live stream for long. It's clear. It's clear now. You won't have to tolerate me. Ah, dear. Here we go. So let's see. Where's the numbers? There's the minuses. Numbers somewhere in here. Yeah, there we go. So a 5. 5 is a -5, a -3. It's a -3. Yeah. Man, my armor class will be really bad. Really, really bad. Okay, so next. I actually have a 9 in Constitution, which means I have a -1 to my Constitution modifier. Sweet. Intelligence is 16. I'm very, very smart, but probably not smart enough to stay out of combat, right? If I was smart, I would have stayed at home. I know it would have. My Vegemite character would have been a couch potato. +0 for 11. Every monster for themselves. Yeah, you won't be trying to save my bacon, I'll tell you that. Next, 16, which is a +3 to charisma, +3. Okay, all right. So I've done this bit. I filled in that little bit there. We've got a speed of 30 feet. I remember seeing 30 feet in the sheet, which if I'm wrong, I'll check now, but I'm pretty sure I got it right. Oh, I need to add up all my hit points because I've got hit points to put in there. Okay, so which goes 1 + 2 + 11 + a 9 + 11. Maths is hard. So that is 20, 31, 32, 34. I'm pretty sure it's 34. 34 hit points. 34 hit points. There we go. It's a fat, clumsy VTuber. Yes, may well be. Yes. Yep. There is a spell casting option, the Oni Blooded, but Wally, I don't know that I will be playing a spellcaster. I know I should, but I'm going to tease the snot out of everybody here with the possibility of playing frontliner. Or should I say a ranged... I feel I could throw carrots or javelins or something like that. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. It's all right. Make it a spellcaster. Everybody wants me to make it a spellcaster. How's it going, Jasper? Now, so I've done that bit there. Next on my list, let's go through this step by step and just note down everything that I need to note down. So proficiency bonus is actually a +3, so I can put that in now. +3 proficiency bonus, +3. Next. Ogreish fighting style and toughness. Ogreish fighting style and toughness. Where should I stick that? Okay. Ogreish fighting style. I'm not sure what that is. And I'll put the page number in a second. And then toughness. Toughness might actually give me something. I haven't actually had a look to see what toughness does. What? Are you seriously considering going with a charisma caster on only? You have to understand something, Esper. When I do live streams, it doesn't mean I'll do something a particular way. I may do something a particular way, but anything to ham it up, because if it's not me doing it, my live chat would do it. So I have to do it first. Do you know what I mean? People are going to stick around for 2 hours watching me doing this sort of stuff. I've got to do something that's going to be interesting. Anyway, all right. So next, personality traits. Always eating a carrot. I'm going to bring carrots with me. Okay. I don't know if that's a legitimate personality trait, but I'm putting it in. No spellcaster. This is a tank. So next, my initiative. My initiative should be pretty bad. That is a -1, -3, because it's dexterity based. Armor class. I don't know if there's anything to do with armor, the ogre, so we'll leave that for now. The ogre path, well, I'll just note it down as ogre path for now, and I'll put it in a second. Ogre path. I haven't selected my ogre path yet, but I'll do that. What else do I need? Greater Orcish fighting style. Greater Orcish fighting style. Sounds very impressive. I'll put it underneath. Greater Ogreish fighting style. Believe that's correct. Squishiness. No, we're not calling him squishy. This character's mine. You guys get to build a character next week. You can pick one of the other three we will cover. So, yeah. Next. Ability score improvement. Well, I think it's pretty obvious what we need to do with our ability score. Yeah. It's a +2 to anything, or +1 to 2 different ones. So I'm going to stick it in strength. That'll put me over the top, baby. I'll have a strength of 11 if I put it into there. So ability score improvement. Ability score improvement. And it'll be strength. I might actually be able to carry my gear now. So, here we go. 11. That makes me a 0 now. Look at that. Gone from like a 7, and I'm up to an 11. That's a 0. Dear. Okay, so yes. I'm going to be leaning on that proficiency bonus a lot. Next. Fast movement and size increase. Fast movement and size increase. Right, fast movement. And then size increase. Okay. Oh, you reckon I should go that way? You reckon I should spread it? Because they're both 9s. Fine, I'll do it. Okay, fine, I'll do it. Okay, and constitution. And I'll trim that down to a 10. They're trying to make me make rational decisions. Come. There's nothing like that going on here. Dear. Anyway. I think I have listed down all of the things that fall under this table. Size increase. I've got the size increase in there. Yes, I just need to know what they do. I'll put a page number for that. Probably the easiest way to deal with that. Next, scrolling down, there are a few other things here. I've already done the ability score increases. We already did those, so we don't need to worry about that. And age, the ogre grows through several growth spurts, typically reaching adulthood at age 12. Those who do not die from violent conflict can live for more than 80 years. I think I'm 12. Yeah, I think we can assume that this character is definitely 12 years old. Where's my 12? 12. I'm 12. Definitely. Next, typical alignment. Chaotic stupid. Oh, no. Chaotic evil, chaotic neutral. Ogres are short-tempered and brutish. Though certain individuals find ways to control their base impulses. Ogres with only blood tend to be less chaotic. Okay. So yes. Rational Fred. There is no such thing as Rational Fred. You've got to be real. I get to make a character this time around rather than getting you guys to make the character. So I can do whatever I like, right? That's what I figured. So this is... I'm a giant type. What does that mean? Ogres begin at the upper end of medium, standing between 7 and 8 feet and weigh from 250 to 350 pounds. Oh, that weight just makes... I just almost want to fall over. Your size later increases as described at 5th level. Okay, so... where is this going to be going? I don't need to put those things in here right now. I can deal with them later. My character name, or just to remind myself what it is. Vegemite. Here we go. Vegemite. Don't need that right now. Okay, so we just need to finish off this sheet. What am I doing next? Giant, 80 years, speed. Dark vision. I need to put the dark vision in. What page is this on? Do I have a page number? I am on page 16. Yeah, dark vision. You have superior dark vision in dark and dim light conditions. You can see in dim light within 60 feet of you as if it were bright, and in darkness as if it was dim light, and you cannot discern color. Okay, so this is basically 60 feet dark vision. Dark vision. Dark vision dash 60 feet. 60 feet, and that is on page 16. Page 16. There we go. Got it. Norok is a patron, by the way. If I'm skipping you people and I'm not acknowledging you, hey. Yeah, I'm starting at level 5. Those were the instructions. We had to make a level 5 character, not a level 1 character. Ogres are huge in BG3. I don't know what BG3 is, Jasper. No idea. How's it going, Jasper? You've effectively distracted me. Well done. I was like, now I'm sitting here and thinking, what is BG3? For a second there, I was thinking of the Bee Gees song, but that doesn't make any sense. Biggest weakness will do anything for a box of Lucky Charms. I don't think so. No, maybe a box of carrots though. Yeah, we'll come back and we'll do a Minotaur. Don't you worry, we'll do Minotaur. So let me just keep working through this character sheet so I get all the bits and pieces in here I'm supposed to. So Dark Mission, Brutal Bludgeons. Brutal Bludgeons. Great clubs you wield have the same statistics as the maul. 2d6 bludgeoning damage. Woo! Heavy, two-handed if wielding a large club. Once you are large size, its damage is 4d6 bludgeoning. Really? So tempting. I'm probably not my best suit though. Brutal Bludgeons. Let's put it down though, because we have it. Brutal Bludgeons. I can't even remember what the equipment loadout was supposed to be for this level 5 character. I can't remember what the equipment loadout was. Oh my god, there are so many instructions been sent to me on Discord. I probably should be. And these are all taking place behind. Anyway, I'll have a look in a second. Brutal Bludgeons, and this is page 16. Bludgeons, page 16. All right. Okay. All right. So I feel like I may have increased Esper's stress level significantly. So I'm going to shift over to my camera face so I can have a look at what he's sending me, because I suspect I may have gone. I may have scared him just a little bit. Anyway, here we go. He's put it down. You guys and your 3d6 no reordering. This is the Suicide Squad. Fred's Ogre. He's actually taken a screenshot and put it up on the Discord group. Yeah, so Wally's taken standard array, but no, I'm rolling. So Esper would have preferred me to do 4d6 and drop the lowest kind of guy. So look, I know that's your way. I know that's your way. But with a one shot, and I get to play a monster, and I've got to find some way to attract attention to myself when AJ Pickett is in a live stream. So this is the only way I can think of it. I've got to outdo him, and that's thrown those 3d6 and Vegemite. What's the best way to record and show them? I could roll now, so the people are starting to roll dice. Oh no, I've started an avalanche. Oh dear, that's I feel really guilty now. It's funny, but I feel guilty just a little bit, just a teeny weeny bit guilty about this. Fred, you get a 1 uncommon magic item. Plus non-magical equipment reasonable for a 5th level character. I have no idea what that is, but I will put down some stuff. Since I have Brutal Bludgeon, I think that the first thing I should definitely get is a Great Club. Because Great Club would be stupid with my character, but it seems sensible for an ogre to have a Great Club. Does it not? I think it does. So, Great Club. Great Club. And because, to keep it simple, so there's nothing complicated about this character, there we go. It's only a +3 to hit. And it will be a massive 2d6. Look, at least I get 2 dice to roll. That'll be something. I don't get to add anything to it, but that's all right. And then +0. I just wanted to put the plus there just to make sure I filled out the box a bit more. Anyway, so that's something I'll definitely put in there because we've got a brutal thingy. So notorious glutton. This looks interesting. Notorious glutton. Am I actually in the right place? Am I showing you can you see what I'm doing? No, you can't see nothing. All right, so I'm apologizing. I'm jumping back and forth all over the place. So notorious glutton is definitely on there, but you can see I did the maths for my great club. Hopefully that's reasonable for a level 5 character to have. You'll let me know if it's not. I can always change it. Notorious glutton. Your mouth is a ravenous maw, and you delight in gorging yourself on carrots, vegetables, and fruit. You can eat at an extraordinary rate, consuming up to 20 pounds of fruit and vegetables per minute, and up to a total of 80 pounds per day. Once your size increases at level 5, these amounts double. Oh my gosh, up to 20 pounds per minute and a total of 160 pounds per day. Wow. After you have eaten 40 pounds of food, roughly the equivalent of a small animal. No, I'm not being eating small animals today, okay? But a small, I guess, barrel full of vegetables and fruit, yes. You gain temporary hit points equal to 1d8 plus your ogre level. I have a question, Esper. If I eat fruit and vegetables rather than meat, does that mean that I don't benefit from notorious glutton? Just curious. Notorious glutton. Yeah, okay. Notorious glutton. And that is on page something. It's page 16 still, isn't it? Yes, it is. Notorious glutton. Interesting. What an unusual ability to include into a character. Like, I don't think Wizards of the Coast would have figured this one out, or even considered it. Would Wizards of the Coast have put Notorious Glutton? Nah, probably not. Okay. An uncommon magic item. Well, we'll see how we go with that one. Flaming red orange here from too many carrots. It could be. That'll work. I feel like a troll, like those on a toy trolls. Ogre Society consists of ogres naked with great club. You really? I didn't know that. It's good to know. Start a YouTube channel and talk about that sort of stuff. Good job, Wally. All right. Anyway, I should be taking a break, but do I need to take a break right now? I'm just thinking about it. No, I'm actually having too much fun. I don't need to go to the toilet. Let's just keep going. I'm fine. Languages. You can speak, read, and write Giant and Common. Oh, you're going to get two languages. Let's put that down. Languages proficiencies here. Common and Giant. I'll just put I'll put a full stop and then go like that. That'll do. Languages. Now, I'm now starting to realize the error of my ways here. I just realized I need to post in this live stream a link to what I'm getting up to. Now that I've gone this far, I'm realizing I probably should post a link. So I will, because I haven't really done that. Look, Bob, you don't need to worry about doing a different method to everybody else. It's cool. It's fine. It's all right. It's perfectly all right. Okay, I grabbed a link for this. I dropped that copy, and where's my live stream? Stick it in here. Here we go. Paste it in there. Paste. There we go. Right, there's the link to Patreon where this PDF is, and you can find out all the information for yourself. Let's see. I think I got that right. What's this one here? That's the other one. That's the same one. Okay. Right. I think it's the right one. Cool. Moving over here. All right. Sheesh. Moving back to character sheet. Right. Let's do this. Notorious glutton, got that down. We've got language. Language is in. Nailed. And yeah, cool. Let's keep going. Scrolling down, scrolling down, scrolling down, and scrolling down. So I've got my hit points. I've figured that one out. Proficiencies. I have light and medium armor, which I probably will struggle to actually wear. Light and medium armor. Light and medium armor. Let me do that. Light and medium armor. Okay. Well, I might as well wear a breastplate because I probably will need to. If it seems reasonable for level 5 to have breastplate, is it reasonable for a level 5 character to have breastplate armor? I'm thinking about it now. It's hard to know. Is it reasonable for a level 5 character to start out with breastplate? Okay, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm going to drink some more water because I'm getting dehydrated. And I'm getting sillier as that happens. I think that's probably what I should do is I put some breastplate on. Okay, so medium armor. Weapons, I get simple weapons and martial weapons. No tools, that's fine. Oh, I get strength and constitution as saving throws. Oh, let's put this in. Strength and constitution. Probably going to need those quite a lot, actually. Because now that's a 3. So we can probably do these now. So that's just my proficiency bonus. My dexterity bonus is a -3. This is what you want to target, Esper, is my dexterity save, definitely. Intelligence +3. Wisdom, it's a 0. And my charisma is a +3. Breastplate. Well, I can't think of anything else that makes sense. You let me know. No breaks today. Yes. I came up with a quest where a village is getting desperate as they are running out of food to bribe the ogre that protects them. Yeah, probably. A staff with a breastplate. I don't know. Well, I've got medium armor, right? What do you want me to do? You want me to wear a grass skirt? I could wear a grass skirt if you wanted me to, but I probably won't. Anyway, so let's have a look here at the next thing. So simple and martial weapons. I got to add that in. I kind of got distracted, moved over to something else too quickly. Simple and martial weapons. Cool. Lovely. Love it. Good news. A whip belt. You want me to have a whip belt? Hey, I saw what you guys wrote down in there. I saw in the chat. I could see what you're going on. What you're going on about. I saw it. I saw it. Choose a skill. 2 skills. Oh, okay, 2 skills. I get either animal handling, athletics, deception, intimidation, nature, or survival. Well, I'm a vegetarian. The problem with vegetarians is they almost always love animals. So animal handling seems like a no-brainer. My next one, deception. Do I feel that deceptive? Am I sort of a deceptive ogre? Maybe not. Intimidating? Am I really going to be that intimidating? I feel like the hormones flowing through my body won't be that strong. Nature is like intelligence. I'm gonna pick nature and animal handling. Sorry, nature and animal handling. Nature and animal handling. Those are my proficiencies. There we go. So that'll make that that's a 3, and wisdom is a +3. And my nature is intelligence, and I'm proficient, so that's actually a 3, that's 6. I know lots about nature, and then I eat it, as long as it's vegetable. A battle kenny. No. And a battle kilt. Give him a battle kilt. He's an ogre. He should have a battle kilt with a breastplate. Oh dear. I'm just thinking here. Great club. Battle kilt. I don't know. Breastplate. Put a question mark beside that. We'll just check with the DM if he thinks that's reasonable for a level 5 character. Don't know at this present time. We'll see. No, I'm a Scottish ogre. No, I'm not. But I couldn't help but say it. I had to say it. Anyway, let's keep moving, because I'll run out of time, right? And I won't have done everything I'm supposed to. Next, equipment. 2 simple weapons. Okay, your starting equipment. So this is probably not going to apply. So we'll get an explorer's pack. An explorer's pack is good enough. Explorer's pack. Explorer's pack. I can't spell either. Explorer's pack. There we go. Explorer's pack. It's in. And what's next on my list of things to grab? Pardon me. Okay, ogre feature DC. Certain ogre features require that the target make a saving throw. The DC for the ogre's features is 8 plus their proficiency bonus. Oh dear. Plus their strength modifier. This does not apply to spells which are handled separately. Okay, so let's determine my ogre DC. Ogre DC. Ogre DC. Now, so 8 plus my proficiency bonus plus, it's the same formula we normally see, right? So that would be 8 plus 0 plus 3, which is 11, which is pretty low. There we go. It's 11. Done. Got that in. Made that work. Okay. Ogre fighting style, level 1. Bear, cave bear, crashing storm. Oh, is there another one here? Falling tree. Toughness. What does toughness do? I don't know. Let's go in sequence. I'm getting distracted now. Okay, stop going all over the place, Fred. Here we go. So, you have a particular way of fighting with, which was either taught to you by fellow ogres, or you naturally developed. Choose one of the following options. Cave bear. Your brawling combat style resembles a fearsome bear. Your unarmed strikes deal 1d6 bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing damage. Choose whichever you deal damage. This damage increases to 2d6 once your size becomes large at 5th level. Oh! Okay. I could be a cave bear brawler. When you attack, take the attack action and attack with an unarmed strike, you can use a bonus action to make another unarmed strike. Oh, I am basically a monk ogre. Okay. Once per turn, when you hit a creature with an unarmed strike, you can attempt to grapple it. Okay. Alright. Crashing storm. You are highly adept at throwing weapons. I'm probably not, no, I'm probably not very good at throwing weapons. I would like to throw stuff, but yeah, I don't think it's going to work that well. Earplugs. Screaming vegetables. Oh, okay. Earplugs. There you go. Earplugs. The earplugs are in. Next, back to focusing. You are highly adept at throwing objects, which I probably aren't. You can treat any weapon you throw as having a throwing range of 60 to 240 and 1d10 damage. This damage increases to 2d10 once your size becomes large at 5th level. These benefits apply to any simple martial or improvised weapon that weighs at least 2 pounds, including the net. You add your proficiency bonus to attack rolls when with the improvised weapons you throw. You can draw a thrown weapon as part of the action used to attack with it. Okay. You do not suffer disadvantage on ranged attack rolls against prone targets. What about falling tree? The great club is one of the most typical armaments for a ogre. You are particularly skilled with such weapons. I can already see I'm not going to like this. When you roll a 1 or 2 on a weapon damage die for an attack you make with a great club, you can re-roll the die and must use the new roll, even if it is a 1 or a 2. When you attack with a great club, you score a critical hit on a roll of a natural 19 or 20. But I really like the bear one. I know it's a stupid one to take. I get it. But I really like the bear one. I'm sitting here and I'm thinking bear, great club. Bear, great club. Bear, great club. Bear, great club. Cave bear, great club. Oh, it's such a hard choice. You've made it difficult, Esper. You really have. Anyway, cave bear it is. Cave bear. I'm a cave bear. And unarmed strikes. So we're going to go, so it'll be level 5, damage increases 2d6. Okay. We go, 2d6, 2d6. You're probably thinking, Fred, there's no optimization going on here. What are you up to? Unarmed. I'm a slasher. Arm slasher. That's a bludgeoner. B for bludgeoning. And it'll be exactly the same if I remember right. It'll be just a plus 3 with my strength bonus, which is 0 to proficiency. Oh, man. Get it out, Fred. Get it out. Oh, try again. Okay, so cave bear. I've selected my cave bear option. I know what you're saying. You're saying, Fred, you should have taken fallen tree, but I'm not going to take fallen tree. Okay, toughness. When you take bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing damage, you can use your reaction to gain resistance against this instance of damage. I'm probably going to need that. I probably will need that. So that'll be levels, that's page 7. Toughness. Is it called toughness? It is called toughness. Not tough, just toughness. Toughness. So that's resistance. I think did it say resistance reaction? Yeah, it's reaction. Resistance reaction. Where are we? Toughness, resistance, reaction. Reaction, and it's on page 17. Cool. Yeah, it was a hard choice. I was between cave bear and falling tree. The falling tree one. It was a really hard choice. I didn't know what to do with myself. You're on the right track. That's exactly right. You never want to have one option look like it's the best one. I'm not making absurd. I'm not making a version of absurd. I'm just... Anyway, let's keep going because I haven't finished. And I've got just under, or just over half an hour, probably less. We'll see. Here we go. Ogre path. Now I need to make a choice, don't I? Choose an ogre path which reflects your place among giants. Brute, grim overlord, ogre, only blooded. Each of these paths are detailed at the end of the section. Oh, I'm getting sick. Your particular fighting style. Okay, well, so I'll come back to that. I'm gonna leave you guys hanging. I'm gonna do that one last. Your particular style of fighting expands and improves, providing you with features associated with the fighting style you chose at first level. What does that mean? Crashing storm. Oh, I see. When you hit a huge, all right. So this is expands on. So you pick whatever you did at first level, and then you get this thing after, depending on which one you picked. So I get pain the foe. Oh, I see. Oh, let me read this out then. Okay. So grounding strike at level 3, if you take crashing storm, that is. When you hit a huge or small creature with a melee weapon or thrown weapon, you can deal a grounding strike. The creature must make a strength saving throw. On a failed save, the creature is knocked prone until the end of your next turn. Its speed is 0 and cannot benefit from any bonus to its speed. You can use this grounding strike a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus. Seen that before. You regain expended uses when you finish a short or long rest. Okay, all right. It's all right. I didn't want that one anyway, really. Pain the foe. I've got Cave Bear, so I should be getting this one. When you grapple a creature, you can knock both yourself and the creature prone. Oh, really? And the creature is restrained as long as it remains grappled by you. Ah, so it's like doing a judo throw and taking them down and then locking them, pinning them in. I remember doing that. While it is restrained in this way, you can apply one of the following effects. Shut the creature's mouth, preventing it from spitting, biting, speaking, breathing, attacking, breath attacking, or using verbal spell components. Oh, lock the creature's arms, preventing it from attacking with its arms, accessing items, or using somatic spell components. Ooh, the GM can prohibit an option depending on the creature's anatomy. For example, it is not possible to cover all of the gibbering mouth's mouths. So, okay, I get it. You can use the pin the foe a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, okay, and regains it. Expended uses once you have the short or long rest. Okay, so you've gone with the short or long rest as well. Pin the foe. Let's add pin the foe. This is on page 18. Pin the foe. Here we go. Pin the foe. And that is page 18. So I know where it is. Okay, good. Lovely. Let's read out the last one. And we're getting pretty close to sorting this out. Savage Strike. This is if I had taken Fallen Tree as the fighting style, but I didn't. When you hit a huge or small creature with a melee weapon, you can declare a Savage Strike. The creature takes an additional 2d6 weapon damage, holy Toledo, and must succeed on a strength saving throw or be knocked prone. You can also push it up to 10 feet away from you on a failed save. Okay. You can use the Savage Strike a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, and you regain it on a short or long rest. Okay, so, interesting. I feel like I got the right one. I'm happy with what I have. So, next, fast movement. Sorry for the clap. I'm clapping now. Dude, the punk is so disturbing. Slowly feeding live people to trees is way scary. Really? Anyway. Right, so let's have a look. Fast movement. Speed increased by 10 feet while you are not wearing heavy armor. Well, I'm not going to be wearing heavy armor. Maybe medium armor. If Esper's all right with me having breastplate, otherwise I'll be wearing hide. So, 10 feet. No heavy armor. 10 feet. We got 40 feet of movement. That means I can run away fast when I need to. Size increase. Your extraordinary... what is this? So this is on page 18. So I'll just put a marker on here for the fast speed, fast movement. Okay. So this is increase speed 10 feet. And that is on page 18, I believe. Page 18. Yes. Okay, so, yes, done that. So this is the size increase. Your extraordinary growth has brought you to greater proportions. You are now large size. Yay! You stand between 8 and 9 feet and weigh from 450 to 550 pounds. Oh, that every time I see those words, I get terrified. Yeah, breastplate is cool. Okay, breastplate it is. I better do my armor class then. Let me finish this. Thanks, Esper. Your carrying capacity doubles. As does the amount you weigh, amount you can push, draw, or is it draft or draw? Lift. Your strength score increases by 2. Does it? Did my score just increase again? By 2 at level 5. Did I do this before? Hang on. There was an increase because of my race. There was by 2. There was an increase because of, at level 4, I took the increase. So I made it 10. And then if there's another increase to strength of 2, I'm actually strength 12. Oh my lord. I can't believe it. I've got strength 12, a maximum of 22. Well, that's not going to happen anytime soon. With this increase by category, you can now wield weapons suitable for large-sized creatures. Their damage dice are double that of the medium equivalents, as are their weights. For example, javelin. Okay, so I think I understand. what I'm supposed to do here. Okay, so let's do that. Yeah, right. So I didn't realize this. So that's now not a 10. It's now 12 because of that increased size. So that makes it a +1, which now changes a few things. Oh, that's the strength saving throw is now a 4. The bonus here, there's actually bonuses on damage now because I can actually do those things. There's a +1, +1, +1. And it's 1 and 3, so that becomes a 4 instead of a 3 to attack. Okay. Oh, that means my ogre thingy number is going to go up as well, doesn't it? 3, 4, yeah, so that's a 12. Okay. Good to know. That was quite handy. Where are we? Increase size. I've lost it. Increase size. Okay. I'm just going to put page, because there's a lot going on there. I believe it was page 18, but I could be wrong. Is it page 18? Yeah, it is page 18. Page 18. 18. Wow. Okay. And I think that got that all covered. Right, let's do this breastplate armor. Pro offers are only dangerous in a herd. Really? I didn't know that. Drive them. Who drives what mad? Anyway, let's go with this. Let's see if I actually have an armor class. Right. So breastplate. Breastplate is. There's no disadvantage. My maximum dexterity bonus is. Oh, don't need to worry about that because it's quite low. I've got a 3, so I get a 14 plus my dexterity bonus. So. Now, will that work out being better? Yes, probably. Yeah, probably going to be better. So my armor class, breastplate, 14 minus 3 is 11. I feel like that's the armor class of an ogre normally in 5e. Does it not feel like the armor class of an ogre normally? It does. So there's no question mark. I have breastplate. There we go. It's in. It's in. Now, let's just check my weapons. Great Club does... No, it changes because of the size thing, right? So I think I calculated that at 2d6. So that could be... I'm pretty sure that's correct. Just trying to think about that a little bit, but I think that's correct. Do I need to check it? Yeah, I know people I'm supposed to get a path as well. I haven't done the path. I know I haven't done the path. But let me just check I've got that correct. Did I do it right? Do it right? It's the bludgeoning thing, right? I remember seeing a bludgeoning thing. DC, DC, DC equipment, DC equipment, DC equipment, DC equipment. Here. Bludgeoning, brutal bludgeoning. You weigh the same maul as the maul. Okay, great clubs. Okay, so great club is doing there. Heavy, two-handed. If you wield a great club, once you are large size, its damage is 4d6. Oh, if you wield a large great club, once you are large size, its damage is 4d6 bludgeoning. I think I'm reading that right. So it means at level 5, because I'm now large, it is actually not that. It's going to be 4d6. Correct? I think that's correct. I hope I'm reading that right. Oh, man. Okay. All right. I've forgotten how complicated character building can be sometimes, but then again, I haven't built a character with this before, so it's like a first time for me. Okay, so next, let's have a look here. I need to take a path, don't I? I think I've done everything else. My ogre path is the only thing I haven't selected. Let's have a look at ogre paths. Ogre paths, the brute. So ruffian. So brute is your ruffian warrior, but at times goes on your incredibly powered. Well, yeah, maybe not. I do have a +1 now. I got the damage right. Okay. All right. So there was a bit of jumping back and forth to make sure I got it. I understood what was going on there, but I got there. Okay, hulking ogre, level 2. Your muscles. Musculature is spectacular to behold. I don't know that it is. The feats of strength that you perform truly are those of giants. You have advantage on strength checks. Or I probably would need it. You ignore the first 30 feet of falling damage. I probably would need that, as long as you are not incapacitated. Rampage. When you reduce a creature to 0 hit points with a melee weapon attack on your turn, you can use a bonus action. Okay, this is at this point here. I'm going to turn off the silly meter for myself. Okay, I can see that this. Oh mate, Onslaught of Rancor. You kidding me? I'm not even going to get that. It's at level 6. That's a cool name for an ability. Onslaught of Rancor. I love Star Wars. I love the Rancor. I have a miniature of a Rancor. I love this. Yeah, but I'm never going to get to play with it. Oh well, that's all right. Maybe some of the time. So, what else was there? So these are all things that you get. Okay, Grim Overlord. You embody the archetype of a brutal warlord. Many fear you, and those who do not will soon learn. Okay, the ones who defy you will end up adding to your adornments. Really? And treasures, little bones. Lovely. Very sick. Bro Beating Strike, level 2. And I would get Embodied Menace as well. So when you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack, you can declare a Bro Beat Strike. The creature must make a Wisdom saving throw on a failed save. It is frightened of you until the end of your next turn, and it must choose one of the following. It takes additional 2d10 damage from the attack. Really? Wow. The only action it can take on its next turn is dash or dodge. Once you use this feature, you must finish a short or long rest. Okay. Embodied Menace. As an intimidating air surrounds you, and those who cross you shudder to behold that you are a dreaded overlord. Really? On the rise. You gain proficiency with the intimidation skill. If you are already proficient with the skill, you gain expertise in it. Oh, okay. You gain advantage on saving throws made against being frightened. Alright. And I wouldn't get the minion one because we won't be going that high, so don't worry about that. And then only blood. I've got plenty of time. Plenty of time. I can go over these. This is all right. Running through your veins is the innate magical connection owing to your Oni heritage. Your skin has a more colourful hue than most ogres. 2 small horns sprout from your forehead, and there is a supernatural intensity to your eyes. Okay, spell casting. You learn a number of spells through your Oni lineage. Cantrips at 2nd level. You know 2 cantrips. Choose them from the sorcerer spell list. Okay. At 11th level, you choose another cantrip in this way. All right. Spell slots and spells not. I'm not going to read through that section because it's every time I think about 5e spell slots, spells known, spells prepared, I almost want to just vomit. So I'm probably, and it's nothing to do with Esper's stuff. It's just to do with 5e full stop. It just drives me nuts. Okay. Spell casting ability. Charisma is your spell casting ability. Right. I suppose that could be an option. Your spell save DC is, yes, we know what that is. I know how to do that one. That's the 8+ proficiency in charisma modifier. Your spell attack modifier is your proficiency bonus plus your charisma modifier. Okay. Spell casting focus. You can choose a rod, staff, totem, or a spell casting focus. Well, I like the idea of a totem. If I were to pick it, that is. Multi-class spell casting. Oh my god. Well, I think there's definitely people who will want this. But every time I think about spell casting and multi-classing, it drives me bananas. Don't forget to take a background. If you want, you can create a custom one that provides any 2 skill proficiencies that fits your character theme background. Okay. I'm trying to look. I'm going to make a decision here. I'm going to leave it to chat to decide what I select. I know I shouldn't, but I am going to do that because at this point it's too funny. But let's have a look at what the ghostly gift is. Once per long rest, you can cast invisibility without expending a spell slot. If you have a 2nd level spell slot, you can cast this spell normally. Right, okay, so basically you get to cast invisibility once. Okay. Alright, and then the 6th level ability wouldn't get to. You can cast gaseous form and hypnotic breath once per long rest without spending a spell slot. And then breath of brutal fury. Once per long rest you can cast cone of cold. Okay, and the same sort of concept going on there. Alright, interesting. Oh, no, so the vampire, we'll come back to the vampire another week. So, given those options there, I'm going to jump back to my head, and I'm going to make this a poll thing, because that would be the stupidest thing to do. And since my ogre is probably pretty stupid, I'm going to leave it to chat to vote on this. And then I will pump it in. Okay. What ogre path do I take? Okay. I am going on non-optimized. I just did a live stream where I talked about you do not have to optimize. So I have to actually live up to that, don't I? All right. So let's go this. This is the cut. I put up a new poll, start a new poll, and paste. And then I just need to tap in the ones that we have here. Ogre path, so there's the brute. Come on, brute. I've got to get it in here before people start just typing stuff in before they get to vote. The brute, the Grim Overlord. Come on, Fred, get it right. Grim Overlord. Grim Overlord. And is that Grim? That's Grom. Grim Overlord. And then the next one has got to be Grim Overlord. And what was that other one? Oh, that's the Oni Blooded. Oni Blooded. Okay. Oni Blooded. Okay. There are your options. I will start the voting process. There we go. I'll let you vote while I fill in some details, people. Should be interesting. Non-optimized for sure. Absolutely. Okay, I can see the votes coming in there. So while you guys are doing that, I will start doing my bits and pieces here. So my dexterity is a -3. My int is a +3. Strength is now... that's a +1, much to my surprise. I wasn't expecting... Oh, let's go to this. Yeah, there we go. You can see it all now. Sorry about that. Oh, hang on. You can't see anything because you're still seeing my face. There we go. I'm over here. I'm over here. All right. I'm looking down at the camera and on my phone, and I'm all over the place today, people. All over the place. +3 for my deception. My history is a +3. Don't know how helpful that'll be. Wisdom is a +0 for insight. My intimidation is a +3. That's a +3 for the investigation, for intelligence. Wisdom is another +0. I've done the nature one already. My perception is really shite. My performance is a 3. My persuasion is a 3. Religion 3. Really? Sleight of hand, dexterity, -3. Dexterity, -3. I won't be sneaking around, people. And then wisdom is a +0. Yeah. Sorry. Next. What else do I need to put in here? I need a background. I need to pick a background, don't I? I really do. I know all the rest of you are saying you haven't picked your path, Fred. I have a few minutes left. Okay? So don't worry. Stop freaking. So that's that. I probably want something I can throw, like a javelin. That would be nice if I could throw a javelin. Javelin. Put javelin in there, eh? Is that how I spell javelin? Or have I forgotten? No, got to have an E in there. Javelin. Javelin. And that'll be a +4. And with a javelin, I don't know how that's supposed to work out exactly, but I think it's just a plus. Is it just a +6? Plus D6? It's a D6 +1. There's a feature there. I may have calculated this wrong. 15 minutes on the top of the hour. I realize I'm running out of time. Got to run for a game. No problems. I'll see you, Wally. Thank you for being here. Yeah, it should be very entertaining. I just wanted to flavor. Yes, he would. He would hide behind everybody. Hide behind. Everybody hide behind. See hag. Adapt son. Really? You reckon? No. Okay, so let's see. I've got that. I think that's right. I think I got it right. Piercing, something like that. I suppose I should look at what the choice has been. What choice have you made? Let's see if I get a background here. Backgrounds. I'm probably going to wind up getting myself into trouble by being late to work. And no. What I really want is a background that says bum. Like vagabond bum. Urchin. I suppose urchin was good enough. Urchin. We'll do it. I was an urchin. Just a little urchin on the streets. Urchin. That'll do. That's fine. Urchin's good. Alignment. Chaos. I don't know what else to say. I never take alignment too seriously. If anything, really. But so, if I take urchin, that means I have a couple of skills that I can select here. Sleight of hand and stealth are amusing in many respects. So sleight of hand and stealth would give me bonuses and would actually sleight of hand. Where are you? That now is a +0. Isn't it? plus 0. There we go. And the next one would be stealth. Yes, I know I can change these out, people. I'm aware. Okay. 0. So there's no penalty there now. Look at that. Okay, and then disguise kit. Let's put a disguise kit in here. Disguise kit. Do I have? I have proficiency, tool proficiency. That's the wrong place. I'll just put a disguise kit here as well. If you're going to be proficient, you might as well have a disguise kit, right? Disguise kit. What else was the other thing I needed to put in here? Okay. Thieves' tools. Really? Thieves. Tools. Put that proficiency. It is a tool proficiency. And I'll give him thieves' tools. And he's got a whole lot of other stuff, which we'll write him later on. Thieves. Thieves' tools. There we go. Disguise kit, thieves' tools. Right, sweet. Alright, let's go have a look at what you guys decided I was going to select. After all of that. Talk about doing things at the last minute, eh? Oh, I needed to do the personality traits and ideals, bonds and flaws. I am... Okay, I'm just going to put down here, ideal. All people deserve respect. I am a very strange ogre. Bond. Let's go with this. No one should endure hardships. Let's do that one. Let's do flaw. If outnumbered, I run away. Fight. That's a bad one. What's this? I eat like a pig. I eat like a pig. Let's do that. Okay. All right. That'll do for this. Right. So I've just chucked in some things in here very quickly. Yes. And that's a 5d12 of all things. Plus the modifier, which is 0. Okay, let's have a look. I'm shuffling back over to see the screen and the voting. What did you... of course you did. I knew you guys would. I knew you would go with the only blood. Like, how obvious. 6 votes in there. Okay, fine. I'm ending that poll. I feel like you've failed me, people. You've failed me. All right. Only blooded. Only blooded. There we go. There we go. And page. Where is it? Only blooded. And that is on page what? 20. Right. Only blooded. So there's a couple of things that I need to add in here so that we have them all sorted out. So let's do this. I probably should be selecting spells, 2 cantrips from the sorcerer's spell list. Well, thank you, Esper. I agree. Grim Overlord would have been the best way to go. I'm going with the poll for today. Dear. Right, so sorcerer. So let's have a little quick look at sorcerer, and what do we want? We want Of course, Firebolt, because I like to burn stuff. And Mage Hand. It's pretty obvious. Okay, there we go. Slide on down here. Cantrips. Firebolt. Mage Hand. Mage Hand. Sweet. Spell casting. So we've got spell casting. I need to put this in the area over here. Spell casting. That's page. What page was that? That was page 20 still. You're fortunate I have played spellcasters, so you won't have to hold my hand too much. And next, not doing the multi-classing, but Ghostly Gift, we take that. Ghostly Gift. Ghostly Gift. And that is the page 20. And basically what is... once a long rest, rest invisible. Invisibility, something like that. I think I got it right. Sweet, nice, done. Vegemite, the only blooded ogre. Sir Mightier the Smash. Hey, let's have a look. So now that I've done that, spell casting. Spells known, level 5, so it'd be 4 spells known. No. It would be taken off. It would be taken off what? Let me have a look at this. Spell casting. How many slots? So the only spell casting table shows how many spell slots you have and how many spells you know. You regain all expended spell slots when you finish a long rest. Whenever you learn a spell, choose from the sorcerer spell list. Okay, that's fine. Whenever you gain a level in this class, you replace one of these spells with something else. Okay, all right. So let's do the math on this. Spell saving throw. So that is 8 and 3 and 3 is, put them together, 14 equals 14. Correct? Yes, I believe it is. And then spell attack is 6 plus 6. And moving down here. Now, spells. And it's at this point I most certainly should be leaving, but I haven't. It's going to take me time to close up the house too. So I get first level spells only, which fantastic. I'm assuming that it's this table here, the multi-class spellcasting one, that I take this table. There's no other table that I use. Just check to make sure there was another table there. Wasn't there? I don't think it's the right one. No. I think that's the right one there. I think that's the table you want me to use, right? The one that says multi-classing ogre. I think that's the one there. So I get 4 known spells from first level. From the sorcerer. That shouldn't be too hard to chuck a few in. Let's do that now. Spell, first level, magic missile. Why not? Magic missile. Fine. Shield. Sure. Nothing super interesting, people. It's very tempting to put that one down. Next. Detect magic. There you go. Gonna use detect magic. And then what's the last one I will take? comprehend languages. Yep, that'll do it. The multiclassing is a different bit for you if you're multiclassing. Ah, I see. Okay, well, I'm not multiclassing. So I'm using the spell casting thing from the sorcerer, is basically what you're saying. All right, okay, now I understand a little bit more. Pay my way. Where are you? Where are you, sorcerer? Sorcerer level 5. Okay. Level 5. Is that what I'm... So I get 2 level 3. Oh, I see. So this is how it's supposed to work. Okay, now it's well and truly time for me to go. I'm aware. So slots 1. So that's 4. We've got 4 of them. 3, 2. 3, 2. Okay. That's what it's supposed to look like. And I probably should go. So I probably should go. I'm going to have to end it there. I will fill out the rest of the spells, and I'll save this and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah. Thanks for Esper and everybody else who has been here. Patrons, Wally DM, Tabletop Bob. Oh my gosh. It's been a crazy day. Definitely need to go to work. It's definitely one of those times where I should be going. So I just want to say a big thank you to my patrons, Esper the Bard, who's tolerated me doing this. Wally DM, who hung out for a little while, and Tabletop Bob. You'll have to put up with us playing in a live stream game with this character at some time. Vegemite will be returning. And yeah, thank you for watching the live stream, taking part in the polls, just commenting in the chat. I do appreciate it. Thank you very much. So wherever you are in the world, whether it be the morning, the afternoon, the night, or the wee early morning, please look after yourself, your family, and your friends. Be nice to your neighbours. And hey, till next time, keep rolling those 20s. Or roll 3 6-sided dice and use that for your attributes or abilities. How's that?